But I'm with Point NEPEAN in the first at Bendigo.
And they're going to get nowhere near Point NEPEAN. Point NEPEAN from barrier to boxes won it easily.
I've got Cherry TORTONI in for second. Hate the gate 18. We'll have to get right back.
Cherry TORTONI takes the lead, comes clear of Hydrangea, Milford, and Cherry TORTONI wins. Hydrangea second, Milford third.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another race day preview. We're back at Caulfield this week, my favourite track. I love to tip there because I usually do pretty well. Last week was disappointing, but I'm hoping to bounce back this week. Race number 1 is a benchmark 100 over the 2400 metres. Maserartie Bay for Kieran Maher and David Eustace is the short price $2.60 favourite with John McNeil in the saddle on the minimum weight. And we're going to take a look at Maserartie Bay's Yarra Valley Cup win. Obviously at Yarra Valley. It was dominant here, winning by 2 lengths, beating Pancho and Bedford Saunter Boys also in this race, the grey horse at the back. But I'm pretty keen on Maserartie Bay on the weekend. Small field, 53 kilos, John McNeil, Maher and Eustace stay out, 2400 where it's unbeaten. All signs point to it being a win. I reckon it'll definitely run top 2, and I'm pretty sure it'll be winning. So I'm having 40 to win on Maserartie Bay early. Hopefully it can win. Steel Prince in for second. This is the other horse that I think can win. Is the class horse in the race. Gets the claim for Matty Cartwright. Gate 3 will be right there to strike. Desert Icon in there for third. Will be on speed, giving itself every chance with Brett Preble in the saddle. And Through Irish Eyes on the minimum weight can improve. But I'm with Maserartie Bay in the first race at Caulfield. Let's hope it can get us off to a winning start. Race 2 is a benchmark 84 over the 2,000 metres. Deep Strike is the favourite at $3.40, just ahead of Agnelli at $4.20 and $5 for Commander Harry. Now this was Deep Strike's last start win at Sandown on the hillside track over 1,800 metres where it just sat off them and really powered to the line. It carried 61 kilos doing this, and you'll watch it here how easily it won. It sprinted like this with 61 kilos. It's scary to think what it would do with 54 kilos and Daniel Moore on. 54 kilos will be getting back, but obviously charging home late. And I reckon it's a pretty good chance, Deep Strike. I'm having 20 to win on it as well. Just ahead of Playoffs, who from gate 3 should be right there on speed. Is a winner at this track distance and class 3 starts ago, so good form. Pale King in there for third. John McNeil minimum weight will go well, and Commander Harry $5 might be a touch short but can win. I'm with Deep Strike in race 2. Race 3 is a fillies and mares benchmark 78 over the 1,600 metres. BLACKCOMB is the $4 favourite. A $4 favourite in a 7-horse race means it's extremely difficult. Comica is at $4.20. This was Ocean's Gen's most recent jump out at Evoca. This was after its last start run at Sandown where it got heavily held up and probably should have nearly won. But here it went to the line under a hold. This is just to keep its fitness up. Gate 1 is the only reason why I wasn't confident on it on the weekend. But if it can get luck from gate number 1, I reckon it should be running a bit of a race, and I think it should be favourite. So I've got Ocean's Gen on top in race 3. Splendiferous for Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott coming down from Sydney will be racing on speed, probably in the lead, and will take some catching. Intellective, it was a good run last start behind Glassy Miss at Flemington, and BLACKCOMB gate 2 might need luck as well, but if it can get to the outside, it can power home late. I'm with Ocean's Gen in the third. Come on. Race 4 is the listed Reduced Choice Stakes over the 1,100 metres for the 2-year-olds. Yowie is the $3.30 favourite, just ahead of SUNZOU at $5 and NESSY is at $5.50. And this was Yowie's debut win on the Sandown hillside track in a race for 2-year-olds over the 1,000 metres where it sat 4 wide no cover off a bit of a slow speed and really powered to the line strong. The third horse out of this race, Over Shady, came out of this race and ran third last week at Bendigo, so that's good form. I'm hoping Yowie can settle maybe midfield to on pace, hopefully midfield, so they can go fast enough early to set up for Yowie to power home late and win. $3.30, I think that's about its right price. John McNeil on. All signs point to yes. Cannonball in for a very close second. Will be racing on speed. It was a good win at Geelong last start. Brett Preble on, good chance. NESSY, good debut run at Flemington and can take the next step up. And SUNZOU was a good jump out last start. But I'm with Yowie. Race 5 is a benchmark 70 over the 1100 metres. Sense of Honour is the $6 favourite, second up. Yulong Defence is at $6.50, and equal favourite is also BELLE down there at $6. This was HYPERSONIC's last start win at Ballarat in a benchmark 64 over 1100 metres, where it led here at probably moderate to slow sectionals, kicked off it and won well. I think it can take the next step up to a benchmark 70. I'm hoping it can go back-to-back wins here, because I'm quite confident on it in the week on the weekend. Logan McNeil, front runners, they usually do well, and that's exactly what HYPERSONIC gets on the weekend. So I've got it on top from gate 14. Hopefully it can settle outside the leader or in the lead. Sense of Honour in for second. I'm excited to see it second up. Hoping it can get back to its best. John McNeil on gate 6 will be powering home late. The last Napoleon always seems to run well but never wins. I've got it in there for third. And Lulu Darling might surprise. 10 the win on both HYPERSONIC and Sense of Honour in race 5. Race 6 is a 3-year-old handicap over the 1100 metres, and Sarah Des at $5.50 is the favourite, just ahead of Scissor Step at $6, and I'm pretty sure MYNUMEROUNO back up the top is at $6 as well. Now this was the debut win of Raceday Pal. This was last preparation for this horse. It only had one start last preparation for a win. This was in a maiden at Pakenham, where it went to the front, blazed the turf, managed to just hold on late, but this was 1200 metres. I think 1100 metres it might be able to hold on late. This might be a step too far up in class for it, but I'm excited to see it up in class, and a race where there doesn't look to be one standout. I reckon Raceday Pal at $7.50 is a good price, and I think it could be winning. Lloyd's Crown from gate 3 and Linda Meach will be settling right on speed. Forget its last start run, it pulled up lame. It's got good form. New York Baby's got John McNeil on first up. The fillies' form from last spring might not be as strong as usual, but I've got it in there for third, and MYNUMEROUNO the class. But I'm with Raceday Pal in race 6. Hopefully it can win. Race 7 is a 3-year-old fillies handicap over the 1400 metres. Belle Savoir is the $3.50 favourite, unbeaten in its career so far. ARKTIKA is at $4.60, and this was ARKTIKA's win 2 runs back at Pakenham in a benchmark 58 over 1400 metres, where it beat Orphan's Trust here and did it pretty well. It's had a run since this, and it was in the CUNY on Newmarket Day, where it pulled up with a heart irregular rhythm, so it was a complete forget run. But if it gets back to this form, it can definitely win this race from gate 5. It can hopefully settle on pace somewhere near there and can show everyone that it's a pretty good horse and forget about its last start run. SONORA in there for second. I think it's a really good chance as well. Gate 1 will be settling hopefully on pace and can get some luck. TILIANAM will be in the lead for Gay Waterhouse, and Adrian Botten should be giving a sight. And Belle Savoir will have to run on from the back but can win. 8 the win on both ARKTIKA and SONORA in race 7. Race 8 is a benchmark 84 over the 1600 metres. Hosier is the $3.30 favourite first up for Lloyd Williams. $5.50 for both ZARATITE and Ain't No Deal Done. This was ZARATITE's last start effort. Well, it was a jump out. I'm pretty sure this was at Geelong. It's the one closest to the camera with the Danny O'Brien silks on. I'm pretty sure this 6-year-old gelding can win first up. Gate 4, it should be settling on speed to midfield, and I'm hoping John McNeil can get it out late and show it what it's made of. Last start at Belmont in won by 4 lengths in a rating 78 plus race, so it's got decent form, and I think the race is out of the top 2. Hosier definitely the biggest danger. Gate 12 will go forward and will give a sight. Think and Fly from gate 8 will be getting back, and it was a Forgive run last start at Mornington, and its Tornado Storm won last start, so it's a good chance for him. With ZARATITE in race 8. Race 9 is a benchmark 78 over the 1400 metres. Old Flame for Blake McDougall is the $4.20 favourite ahead of Paperboy at $5.50. And we're going to take a look at the last start run of Paperboy at Flemington down the straight over 1200 metres, where it just got beaten by Don't Tell the Boss after it was under pressure a long way out and needed 1400, which it gets to on the weekend, and I really like its chances. In a big field, it'll need luck from gate 7. I'm hoping it can settle midfield and will be close enough enough to the leader on the turn to be able to win, and if it does that, I reckon it can definitely blast us out in the last. John McNeil, I've actually got 6 out of 9 top tips with John McNeil on the weekend, so I need him to go bonkers. I got Paperboy on top just ahead of Old Flame, who was a good winner first up. Gate 9 will get back and charge home. Macram first up for Ben and JD Hayes might surprise, $11, pretty good chance, and Show Some Decorum has been racing well and has the race fitness. And with Paperboy in the last, if we don't get it collect in the first 2 races, then it'll be a sad day ahead. But thanks for watching my preview. See you next week.